welcome everybody. How you doing? Got a bit of a situation on the ground. Thanks everybody for joining me. Looks like we got some people shuffling in. Should be an interesting time today. I will admit I had been following BG on the scene, and BG on the scene had been live for over 2 hours with what's going on the ground. I don't know what happened, but right as I was going live, his feed went down. So I need to probably watch the end of that and figure out what happened to BG, make sure he's okay. By the way, my entire thread earlier, I need to post again about it, but that's all from watching BG earlier. Praise be to BG. In fact, let me put the little link out there. There you go. BG on the scene over on Twitter. If you guys want some dollars to go somewhere today, that was our man on the ground who was actually providing us eyes and ears and the ability to know what was happening. So yeah, BG on the scene. Great guy. Joe's protected him before, for those of you who know. So yeah, let's okay, I guess let's watch the slowdown video here in a minute. Let's watch this one first, which is full speed. So I have yet to hear exactly what happened. Police, ICE agents, it looks like, move in to make an arrest. Okay. From what I can see, the guy pulls a gun while he's trying to wrestle federal agents and then gets shot. Like, most predictable of predictable things. Now, here's the part of it. Yeah, okay. So, did you hear that? Did you hear his go? By the way, how's my mix? Let me know if the music's too high or too low. But listen. You can hear his gun go off first, and you can see everybody jump back with a reaction of, oh, gun. See everybody's reaction? So here's why this is complicated. Those of you who are gun fans will look over here and you will say, huh, you know, Chief, that looks an awful lot like a SIG P320. which means, ladies and gentlemen, there's a non-zero chance that the first shots of the Second American Civil War were fired by a SIG P320, potentially going off unintentionally. If you don't believe God is a comedian.
Oh shit! What the fuck? They killed him? Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
They did. They were trying to arrest somebody who pulled a gun and the gun went off. Yeah, that is how you proceed when that happens. Hey, don't fight the feds, kid. So then we got almost immediate street escalation. Let's see. Whistle action, and yeah. So the feds called in backup. They kind of started to establish a perimeter. And almost immediately, I'm talking about like within minutes. So the people, as you can see, the guy who filmed it was clearly involved with the protest. Almost immediately, like at the end of that video, you can hear him say, we got to call people in. And they do. And people start arriving by the bus and carload. It's pretty amazing. We'll get into a lot more of that later. I'm trying to find a live view on the ground right now, though. So give me just a minute. Okay, so here's a commie on the ground right now on TikTok. I don't think he's at the right... So he's near the right place. They're a block off. So this must be where the agitators are gathering. Anybody want to let me know, how does the music sound? Too high, too low? Can you guys not hear it? Can you hear too much of it? Can you hear me over it? Ugh, I'm not gonna get too loud with these guys. Their screaming today has been just fucking intolerable. Hey, thank you, Jacob Castro, for raiding the stream. I just saw that. Welcome.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. We are getting to the most violent part of the protest. The drum circle!
Oh boy, yeah, super violent. Well, I would say this is going to be the most violent because this is where you have established your barricade. So they've been getting pushed back and pushed back. They keep establishing these barricades. The feds figure out where the barricades are, and then they generally come over and break them up. This is probably far enough away that they won't do it yet. But what they do is that they take these dumpsters, which all have wheels, and then they roll them at high speed towards the feds. And I can show you where that got broken up earlier today pretty successfully twice. I'm just kind of amazed that we've had Antifa sitting here for this long, and we don't yet have a dumpster fire. Oh, no, look. Oh, I spoke too soon. I'm looking here, and this is looking like melting plastic, and I see some rising steam. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the dumpster fire may have been initiated. All hail the international flag of Antifa, a burning dumpster. Hey, is that an ice machine in the middle of there, too? It looks like an ice machine. I think it's an ice machine. Like an old ice machine from a hotel. We still live on YouTube. I haven't seen a YouTube chat in a while, which makes me concerned that I already got pulled. I wouldn't be able to tell from this side. I guess I should go check. Let's find out. No, it's still live. Okay, good. They might try and use the ice machine against ice, yes. Let me get a weather check out there. It is currently a balmy -3 degrees with lows of -11 expected overnight. Oh boy. All right, I need to find some other sources. Let's see if BG's back out. Once again, guys, give that man some love. BG on the scene, was out there all day today. We'll pull this down. We'll come check back in on it. I think what we'll do is we will pull up the full 2-hour one here. This doesn't even look like the initial one, right? So this is a secondary stream.
Okay, Teddy, move.
Yeah, so he must be pulling down and then putting them back up as battery and signal permit. So I assume we're going to get more BG on the scene then, unless he's taking off to go get some dinner.
See if we can get a better look.
Let's look at the end here and see what happened to BG. Terrified of oligarchy says, obviously I have no love for the left or their cause, but I won't begrudge somebody starting a dumpster fire when it's -11. No joke. Hey Squish, welcome. Came as hard as you could. Welcome, man. Appreciate you. PCAM Starity, bring kids along. Is that what they meant by? Well, maybe. Oh, I heard the most awful, terrible, and hilarious joke the other day. There is a comedian who is he seems like an actual right-wing comedian who boy, he's got a third-term abortion joke, and I didn't think you could make that funny, but he did, almost as though that were a challenge. Wow, not saying it's right, and in fact you can tell that that's sort of what the point of the joke is, but wow, good timing, good delivery. I liked it. So yeah, it looks like he got driven off by signal interference issues, and I would suspect that means he'll be back. I like to get BG when I can because BG is very good at being nonpartisan and very good at getting in the middle of things. And by getting in the middle of things, I don't mean making himself a part of it. I mean, somehow the man is always right where he needs to be, positioning himself well to get a good shot. But also not getting fucked with. I don't know why. All right. Uncle Ant. We'll come back to Uncle Ant here in a minute. So I heard shit got interesting in Stockton earlier today too. Chill vibes. Yeah, you can't trust those people. Oh, that's sideways. So this one's near the front, but it's sideways. Is there a way to fix this? No. No, that's oh, this is garbage. Yeah, I can't use this. Fuck this. All right, you know where we can always depend on though, ladies and gentlemen, as we learned back in 2019 and 2020 and 2021. That's right. That's right. What? Oh, come on. Oh, pfft, garbage. Woke.net. This guy's used to be way better on the ball than that. All right, we use Little USA Today. This is not where the... Okay, so this is the other side of where they're at, which is the safe side. Hey, how you doing out there, everybody? Just how you doing today? I'm dealing with a cold. Just picking up my meds as well as waiting for the storm. Oh, man, that sucks. Get some good meds. Get some ginger ale. Don't forget some saltines. Get cuddled up. I'll put on my Bob Barker voice. How you doing there, B-Mom? That's right, Squish. This is the man. BG is the man who caught Rittenhouse on camera. I was watching that night. I don't know if I was watching him. I think I was, though. Terrified of oligarchy. If you could drop that, I can't really click on that here, but if you drop that in my thread, I've got a Riot Watch thread that's specifically for this kind of stuff. Just check my profile. It should be like one of the last things that I posted about, except for this stream. So go just down past the stream announcement. It'll be right there. Drop it there. I'll see it immediately. Yeah, they're doing a little OPSEC. No, they've been doing this for a long time, though. The Bearcat arrived. The Boomerwaffen came. After the Boomerwaffen screamed for a little while, and people started getting violent on the other side. They started deploying tear gas. Everybody backed away. Fire department showed up. Interesting. I still don't know what these guys are doing. I suppose they're there for riot control, but I haven't really seen them very much. Apart from some dumb Asian chick screaming at them. Let's hope BG gets back on. I need my BG on the scene, man. You know what? I'm subscribing. This man's amazing. Yup. I don't subscribe to people often on Twitter, but I'm telling you right now, BG is the absolute man. He needs that support. Because I know how much he's being asked. Well, I don't know exactly, but I know the ballpark of what he's being asked to pay for security stuff. And believe me, my little $5 contribution is barely going to nick the surface on that. Let's see if we can get a better angle of the crowd on this. Some gay dude on his balcony sipping martinis talking about the protest. Oh boy. These are some boomers standing on a street corner in some random city. So there's Fox. Looks like there's statements being given on Fox. We should probably go look at those. It's not really important. Nobody cares about statements anymore. Both sides have already made up their mind. Yeah, we're just headed to escalation. That's what it's going to be. Let me see if there's anybody on Kick there, though. Connor, did you go out? Come on, Connor. Somebody can get me a good Kick stream. That'd be great. I would appreciate. Remember to control the animal population span, nudie. Facts. Hey, Jacob Castro, once again, I appreciate your raid, man. Really, really appreciate you, dude. All right, so BG is live. Good deal. We got BG live. He's on YouTube. Let me go ahead and drop his YouTube link as well. You guys should go sub to BG. He is the man. See what I mean by, like, he actually gets a shot that matters, unlike the local news. BG has a very good talent for embedding himself in these crowds without getting attacked and getting to show you what's actually happening on the ground. Falcon Guy Gaming, what's happening? Is this it? So, like, do you not know the inciting incident yet? If you don't, I will probably hold off for a bit. You guys remind me, we'll go through the inciting incident again once we don't have something really interesting to watch. Howdy, 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 howdy. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you in BG's capable hands while I run downstairs and grab my... Like, I honestly have been basically watching this since I woke up this morning. Actually, no, I'm going to be 100% with you guys. I try to strive to be always 100% with you guys. Here's the deal. My favorite author released a book that I've been waiting for like 5 years. And my wife and I just finished our reread through, and so we started it late last night and stayed up probably later than we should. So we woke up at like 8, which is late for us, and then we started listening to it again. So I was listening to it while I watched the news, and then this happened. So that's basically been my whole morning, and I have yet to grab breakfast. So I am going to run downstairs and grab some breakfast real quick. Probably just a Cliff Bar or something, and then I'll be right back once I won't be making chewing noises, although I probably will make some comments here and there. So see you guys in a second.
1:38 p.m. here, Saturday, January 24th, 2026. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. BG on the scene. Same username on YouTube, X, Facebook. Feel free to follow those pages if you're seeing this somewhere else and want to tune in elsewhere as well, or check different clips that I got posted. Thank y'all for watching us.
Hey, thank you guys over on Rumble. I appreciate that. I won't say what it is I appreciate. I'll leave that as an exercise to the people who can see it. Oh, yeah, no, I'm a huge Dresden Files fan. Yeah, that's what we're talking about is Dresden Files. Yes, that's correct. Good question. As soon as I'm done finishing this food, we can go through to what the inciting incident was. Yes. What you're seeing right now is the corner of Nicolette and 26th. If you can get Nicolette and 27th, I think is what. Yeah, I think it's 27th and Nicolette, but it could be 27th and something else. Because they pushed them back pretty far, and they pushed them back while BG was not streaming, so I don't know exactly which direction they went. Jacob Castro says, recreational outrage. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Yeah, microbrew guy. It'll take a couple days, though. I agree, Ammo. I know. Jacob Castro, it's utterly ridiculous. But look, they know as well as we do that this is all performative. They know as well as we do that they're lying about it and getting themselves worked up. Where they stop is that because they know that they're lying about it, they stop seeking answers so that they can get properly outraged about it. Does that make sense? Like, it's just little mind tricks that they play on themselves to get them here. And I'm frankly, the people who do this, I'm utterly sick of. We need a full hard separation from them in any way we have to. Wow. You know, their pounding is starting to take on almost an industrial music kind of sound. Oh, was he convicted of a DV? Shit. Okay, cool. So we need to go through this again. Let's silence this. Your flight got canceled till Monday morning. Oh no! Are you stranded in a hive of scum and villainy, Squish? That's not great. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Hey, this is a great time for us to talk about it. So there was a struggle before the shooting. We need to take a look and see what was going on here. I think this guy is the guy who ended up getting shot. What's going on here? They're fighting each other? Hold up. Okay. So whoever's in the gray there gets pushed by that dude. The cops get on that guy and he's still attacking her. Or whoever that is. I think it's a her. It looks like a female. The cops get him down on the ground. She's struggling to get up because there's obviously a lot of ice here. Some third party's trying to help her, whoever that is, get away. Okay, we got to go back. Because I was analyzing this. Now let's watch this. So the cops have him on the ground. They're trying to struggle to keep him down. He's trying to struggle to keep him up. Everybody's trying to struggle to keep traction because this is one giant. Oh, there was a shot. Go back. Yeah, he reached. It looks like he reached and the gun went off. And so they got him. So that's how this started. I'd like to know a little bit further before this. Was that a pro-ICE counter-protester or something? Were those two having a domestic? What is going on here? That's... So that's the thing. Like, you're getting maced. There are obviously cops that are coming at you, and you're still attacking whoever that is. So there's something going on here that we don't understand yet. Let's see if we can. I don't think we can. Let's download this. Hold on. I might be a little clearer if I download it first. Let me get it in full resolution. Okay. So that says it's 1080p. No, there really isn't. Like M2H, there really isn't. Like, I've heard somebody screaming that some random person in gray who is not an officer and was not involved obviously took his weapon from a blurry video shot inside that store across the street. That is not clear at all. It's also not clear from this video. What is clear is that something in the vicinity of the shooter's growing, or sorry, the guy who's getting arrested is growing. Like, look, he's on all fours, and something inside of that waistband area when you're on all fours goes off, right? Like, I don't think the gun was across the street. Watch, ready? Hold on, we're going to turn the volume up even though you have to deal with whistling. Right here. I think he reached. That's what that looks like to me. I think this guy's got this arm. I think this arm, he's reaching. You know what? Actually, where was his arm just then? Go back. Where was his arm just then? Because he's got one arm in his waistband. That's exactly what's going on. He's got this arm, but that arm is digging. And why is he digging? Because he's reaching for a gun, and the gun goes off. Because it's a SIG P320, and he's carrying condition 1. Yeah, the person in the gray hauls ass just before the first shot. I think he saw the gun pulled. Yeah, microbrew guy, I think that's right. That's what it looks like to me. Let's go back and watch Gray Man. That's Gray Man right there, right? Is it? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Is Gray Man saw a gun. And I can't tell if I can't tell if he's trying to help or what. But yeah, it's literally like a second before the gun goes off. Gray Man's not holding the gun. That's insane. Whoever said that's a fucking retard. He's reacting like he's pulling a gun too. I'm sorry. This is pretty clear, guys. All right, let me see if I've got speed controls. Yeah. Good shoot all day. That's what it looks like to me. Let's go back to BG, see if anything's going on. Oh, hey, what was that? Oh no, Phil, gonna lose power? Oh, you're right, because the storm. So unbelievably gay. Oh my god. I think the National Guard hasn't been because they are worried about some conflicts of interest. From what I've heard, there are MPs on their way from Marine Corps MPs from various different parts of the country. Hey there, Fem Squish. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you're home, bud. Water balloons is a great idea. You're right. Brother, he wasn't just carrying Condition 1. He was carrying a SIG P320 Condition 1. That is like playing a permanent game of Russian roulette with your meat and veg, bro. Like, come on. You know how some people like ensure that they win a competition by making it like buying as many entry tickets as they possibly can. This guy's car is full of Darwin Award scratchers. Like the entire floorboards just for like a foot and a half. I mean, yeah, so apparently Walls is making statements that the federal government can't be trusted to lead this investigation. So the exact same shit he said last time, and the same shit he said the time before that, and the same shit he said the time before that, and it's going to have the same effect. Look at how rebellious we are, you guys! We've flipped all this furniture upside down that we could instead be using to be comfortable because we're so angry. Such fucking drama kid performative bullshit. God, I hate these people. How many of them do you think are going to go home and watch Rent once their shift is over? Or at least, you know, check out the Lavibo M highlight reel. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, here. I'm hearing from okay, admittedly not a big account. But here's the deal. The picture of the gun on the seat, from what I'm hearing, was pulled off of this dude's Reddit account from a week ago because I knew that Gruntpaw had ID'd him and then they had already looked into the Reddit account. So this was, god damn, that's amazing. That's amazing. They're watching Les Mis. Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, this one's a banger. I like today's playlist track. It's been pretty good so far. It's White Bat Audio, for those curious. They've got all kinds of really good playlists. They've been making them for years. Just good synthwave shit. Let's see what they're saying on the barricades. Oh, say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. I mean, I'm sure we could do better than that, but look, man, at least they're not singing yet. They will. They will. Oh my good lord, chat. I am being told, look, I don't know if this is true. I can't verify. So we're just going to take it as road. Hold on. I'm going to hold. You know what? I got to download it so we can embiggen it. I'm just going to take this as true. All right. I don't know for sure. Here's what I'm being told, though. This is apparently from the account of the guy who just happened. So for context, a week ago, I took my firearm safety test, and it turned out an intern also bought a handgun. I do not know anything about handguns or firearms in general, besides the fact that I wanted one for self-defense. Once done with the test, I decided to purchase a handgun. Once I did, the guy at the gun shop I was taking the test at helped me pick out a couple. I got some suggestions from some buddies like HK Sigs and XD Springfield. I ended up picking out a Sig Sauer, which, without thinking much of it, due to me not knowing much about weapons, and also because the guy said it would be a perfect fit for me because the gun is ambidextrous and I shoot lefty. The gun... Hold on a second. Huh. We'll go back to that. I don't know if this is the right one. But anyways... gun purchase ended up being a Sig Sauer P320. I was excited to get my new handgun and so I searched it up and immediately saw people on Reddit, YouTube, and TikTok talking about Sig P320 as a no-go gun, as it can discharge on its own. If this is really him, I am going to shit my pants laughing. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think it is. It can't be. Like, it's too... first of all, I don't think the guy that we saw was reaching for it with his left hand, because his left hand was the one that was out towards the street. I think he was reaching towards it with his right. At least that's what it looks like to me. Oh my goodness, I have been talking to nobody because my mic was off. I'm so sorry. So let's go back. It doesn't look like the gun that was in the ice photo. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think that was a gun at a gun store. I don't think he posted his own gun. And then the gun that Ice posted was apparently from the guy's from the guy's Reddit profile a week ago, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, I know, I boomered it. So here we go. Watch this. So he's fighting with this person when we start here. Makes a shove. By the way, let's look at this lunge step in which you can see his, shall we say, T-Rex arms-ish leg physique and skinny jeans. Pushes what appears to me to be a woman into the snowbank on the side there. Gets interfered with by Ice. Watch where his hand goes. He gets pepper sprayed here, and watch where his hand immediately goes. The offhand is now digging around the waistband and pocket area. Look. He's literally still attacking this person and is like latched onto their hood, but is still digging in his pocket for something. Okay, now we're going to go full volume because I am told that we hear them say gun, gun, gun. God, this is terrible. I did not hear it. But that's because whoever is literally taking this video is blowing a whistle. They obviously react. This officer does pull a gun before that, though, I think, and he's got a clear view of this side. I think that's exactly what happened. I think our shooter's a righty. Yeah, look. He already sees that he's reaching for a gun. He draws and he tries to get to the other side before the first shot is fired. He sees the gun right there. You can see the instant he starts responding. Yeah, and in fact, I think, I could be wrong here because the video is very blurry, but that looks to me like he's got it in hand. You hear it? Okay. Let's take a look at what's going on in the streets. similar to the wacko in Oregon at the school who went for a gun against some police. Yes, like if you remember, that happened. Thank you, by the way, CYZ. CYZ, were you here back in the day when we covered that? Because I literally covered that back in the day. Man, that's been forever ago. Yeah, it was like that crazy guy in Oregon who lost a custody battle and was trying to come to the school to abduct his child, and then came armed and ended up getting killed over it. You were? Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. M2H. I feel that. I feel that in my bones. All right, we're back at the barricade. Oh, we're not live though. Let's get live. So here's going to be the break when they declare it or not. So far, the federal agents on the street have done a really good job of containing it. Like, they've pushed these guys back at least 2 blocks. I think that they're now fully processing the scene, while these guys yell and scream themselves hoarse over here. Now, if these guys get big and start pushing the other way, and the reinforcements that are currently available in the area aren't enough to handle it, then they might consider enacting the Insurrection Act. But not before that. And I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of you, but it's got to be like bad, and there has to be an actual mechanical reason why you're doing it. And hey, despite surging 4,000 federal agents, we still got overwhelmed without being able to carry out an investigation on a shooting that happened because these guys, these street communists, activated and started attacking the scene immediately and drove us off of it without being able to properly secure it. That's your pretty good excuse, particularly after they burned and broke into those FBI vehicles last time. Yeah, we don't need to hear any more of that. He's on top of the barricade. Man, I love BG on the scene. Looking for other views of what's going on the ground. Here's a statement by Greg Bavino. Let's listen to that.
The privilege and honor of leading United States Border
all the way.
I'm Gregory Bovino, and I have the privilege and honor of leading United States Border Patrol and Customs and Border Protection here in Minneapolis. Some of those brave men and women of Border Patrol and Department of Homeland Security law enforcement join me here today to show support for all federal law enforcement who have been under constant attack in Minneapolis for weeks now. This morning was no different. At 9:05 a.m. Central Standard Time, as DHS law enforcement officers were conducting a targeted operation in Minneapolis against an illegal alien, Jose Huerta Chuma. You can see this illegal alien on the screen to my left and right. That is Jose Huerta Chuma, whose criminal history includes domestic assault to intentionally inflict bodily harm, disorderly conduct, and driving without a valid license. During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but the subject was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 loaded magazines and no accessible ID. This looks like a
Hey, you know what? I'm going to take a brief pause and say thank you, Neurodivergent 1. I am also a Neurodivergent 1, and I often forget this. Yes, if you're here for the first time, please do hit the like, subscribe, whatever button, wherever it is you're at. Smash the plussy, whatever they say these days. Appreciate you. I'm a small and growing streamer.
Situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement.
Oh, squish. Yes, they were
Then,
fun.
about 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement. Crowd control measures have been deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. This situation is evolving and more information is forthcoming. The officer was highly trained and had been serving as a Border Patrol agent for 8 years. The officer has extensive training as a range safety officer and less lethal officer.
So let me tell you how deeply validating that is, because RSOs for the win. And yes, that is what I'd like to do to some of you who flag everybody when you hot brass them. Now, do I settle for just tackling you instead? Sure, fine, great. But all I'm saying is, don't fucking draw down on people.
As mentioned,
Watcher, have you seen what Blue Lives Matter have been doing? Yes, we can talk about that afterwards. I think it's fantastic. I think it should be promoted to the ends of the earth. Well, I think what they're missing out on is that they need to literally, like, they keep playing coy, which is great, but they need to literally just like make a playbook and turn it over to everybody on, and here's how you can join in. Because that's really how you like get this to spread. Because there's a lot of people who look at it and go, right on. Okay, how do I do that? And you could literally just like have a blog page ready to go telling people step by step how to do it.
This is only the latest attack on law enforcement. Across the country, the men and women of DHS have been attacked, shot at, doxxed, had their family members threatened. And as we have seen more than 100 vehicle rammings over the past year against federal law enforcement. We will not allow violence against our law enforcement officers, and we need state and local help, state and local law enforcement, to help us coordinate to get violent criminals off the streets. Mayor Fry and Chief O'Hare just a few minutes ago did the opposite of that by omitting the fact that the suspect had a gun and magazines full of ammunition. In what looks like a situation, again, where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. I want to reiterate what President Donald Trump, Secretary Kristi Noem, myself, Director Marcos Charles, and so many others have said time and again. If you obstruct a law enforcement officer or assault a law enforcement officer, you are in violation of the law and will be arrested. Our law enforcement officers take an oath to protect the public. We go to work every day to protect our friends, our neighbors, and our fellow citizens. The fact of the matter is that the law does not enforce itself. It takes men and women who are willing to risk their lives to enforce it. The men and women of CBP and ICE, law enforcement, are highly trained professionals who love this country and do this work because they want to leave their kids and their grandkids a country that's safe and secure.
Oh, all right. Snowmageddon afternoon, just preparing for Snowmageddon. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Celty, if you would, please take that. I can't really click on it where it's at right now, but if you take it and you drop it in the thread that I have prepped that says Riot Watch thread, it'll be right below this one. Actually, basically anywhere except for the chat here. Then I should be able to see it immediately and then can go look at it. Back to On the Ground.
Hey, I'm Gregory Bovino.
I know you are, Gregory. Sweet coat, by the way, Greg. So this is a take from a former federal prosecutor. We'll read this up real quick. Thank you very much to Scott. Oh, man. Scott, you know who you are. I'm just going to give you a little. Like Scott 02746688. Whew. That's a mouthful. Video taken by the lady in pink close to the event shows the confrontation began between one ICE agent and a lady, as well as the individual shot. The agent was forcefully moving them out of the middle of the street while an ICE operation was underway. The person shot was actually in the middle of the street directing cars to drive through the enforcement operation. There were ICE agents in the street. The guy's actions were causing a hazard for them. The agent then pushes a lady down when she stumbles. Wait, that's not what I saw. That's not what I saw at all. Okay, hold on. We'll read this and then we'll watch it again. So we're gonna read this together and then we'll watch it again. The person shot is actually in the middle of the street directing cars. So I need to see the more full clip. If somebody can get me the more full clip, that'd be great. The agent then pushes the lady down when she stumbles in the snow while going backwards. The guy comes to her assistance, and the agent then pushes him, and he pushes back. That's an 18 USC 111 violation. He can show you a few dozen videos where similar or less contact at the Capitol produced 18 USC 111 charges, and defense of others was not allowed. Now, the guy is subject to arrest for felony assault with physical contact. That's when the scuffle to restrain and cuff him begins. Still looking at the video to see where, as reported by others, he makes an effort to pull his gun while this is happening. As with Good, I don't see a single officer pull his gun prior to the warning is yelled he has a gun. Again, that's the training. You idiots claiming it is a clear case of murder because he was already disarmed are just that, idiots. And I completely fucking agree with you. So that's... I agree with that. So where was the part I have an issue with? Now, again, I'm working with an incomplete clip. So if he's got a better clip, I want to see it really bad. So if you guys can link me to that, that'd be great. You think you did it? Okay, let me go check my notifications. Press conference confirms the National Guard troops are being activated in Minneapolis to provide security. Thank you, G-Man Unlimited. Appreciate you on that one. Yeah, we already got that wall statement. Fuck him. BG3 Stray Claire Obscura. Oh, that's a different post. Let's see. Definitely thinking it was a drop fire from the SIG. What an insane situation. It could be. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing that's driving me insane. It could totally just have been that the gun got dropped or jostled. Oh, I don't think it was. I think the guy was reaching for it, and I think that's why it went off. But still, again, it's a SIG P320, so no one will ever believe anything because it could go either way. All right, I'm checking my notes and my notifications. Oh, wait, it might be one of these new ones. Nope, not one of the new ones. Okay, so unless it was one of the ones I just read off, that I'm not seeing it. I was here for something else though. Shit, I just got distracted. Atomic Man Productions. Let's see. Yeah, that's the longest clip I have so far. So let's just let's do this one more time, shall we? So That. Okay, no, he's right. I got confused on who was who. That's the agent who pushes her. That's the dude. He is trying to help her up. It's just because he's being pulled and he's falling, it looks like he's assaulting her. See what I mean? Like, he looks like he's pulling on her, but really he was trying to help her up, and then he started falling. So, all right, that's where my confusion came. So yeah, it's the agent who pushes. The guy's standing right next to him when he does, and they're wearing similar-ish tan color. So, trying to get them both out of the street. He's trying to pull her back into the street.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So he's being arrested now for assaulting an officer. She's being helped up and moved out. He looks down and sees him reach for a gun, which I'm almost positive. So that was the exact second the gun went off. You know what? You don't Twitter very much, Celty. I'm sorry. This could do with a composite because we have both sides of this, and I can make it. But are you guys going to be bored as hell if I do that while we just watch protest stuff on another screen? Because I totally can do that, but it would take a minute. He successfully de-arrested himself. Sig P320 guy white knighting in retard mode. Yeah. Hey, actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to have to do. If I'm going to do that edit, I need to set up my fifth screen and then put all of my chat windows on the fifth screen so I can actually keep track of them. Give me a second. I got to move some stuff on my desk. Let's see. Because I had that fifth screen somewhere else to serve when I was like working on shipping so that I could still look at it. I could have a screen that way without having to move. That means I've got to move a bunch of collectibles and stuff that I have on my desk right now. Oh, and these candles too. Yes, I have curing candles on my desk because I have to test them every day for scent. And then make notes to see how they age. Okay, one stack of fresh cut pine. We can probably leave the smoking honey. All right, let's. Yes, remember, my son, for the wages of simping are death. All right, screen number 5 is almost alive. All right, hopefully it didn't just fuck everything up. Let me know if you guys can't hear the music anymore, because sometimes it does that. All right, now I have to change the orientation of everything. All right, cool. Everything's in the right place. So let's set the chats up. There you go, chat. Okay, everything's still good. Amazing. It's learning. See, you beat a computer enough times, and it starts to learn its proper place. That's just how it works. Hey, Schley, don't worry about it. Yeah, it seems very, very justified. But what are the candles for? Oh, if you don't know, I run a small farm. And we have a small farm store, and we make our own all kinds of stuff. We've got candles and cute little hand-knitted stuffed animals we call chimkins, and then like vanilla extract and flavored honey and all kinds of good stuff. So chirpingtreefarmstore.com. Candles is one of the things we just added, and we'll have soap soon too. So. All right. Hey, I know that I've got eyes in the skies that are watching traffic cams right now. If you get good feeds, let me see. Also, if you see anybody headed towards... Can you start keeping a watch for me about other places, please? Somebody, let's keep an active watch about other places that are having riots, particularly small towns. We need to start keeping a watch on these things because I think it's going to expand quickly. I just got a message from somebody. All right, these guys are boring. Let's start watching this real quick. This is a message put out by a self-described Antifa general in Minneapolis, urging people to arm themselves. Let's hear what retard with no plates in his plate carrier has to say.
My name is Kyle. I'm Antifa, and there's so much rage in me that I've had to record this like 15 times trying to get the message out.
Gee, Kyle, we couldn't tell.
They fucked up, okay? Go watch my other videos. Doesn't matter if you're not here and you're not caught up. You've missed the fucking fight. But if you are, it's time to suit up. Boots on the ground. Nicollet and fucking 26th. My house is 4 blocks away. Anywhere between Franklin and Nicollet and 26th and Nicollet, show up ready to go. Okay, not talking about peaceful protests anymore. We're not talking about having polite conversations anymore. I am talking specifically to my fucking followers. This is everything I have fucking talked.
Hey, there we go. This is why we're watching what's going on the street today, boys. I think they're calling for an actual gunfight. Whether that happens or not, it's going to depend on them. But by the way, Nicollet, where is that familiar to anybody? Quality Leering Center, anyone? In fact, why don't we see how far away from the Quality Leering Center this was, because it was on the same street. Let me just do a little map action. They have taken it down. You can't see it on the map anymore. You're not screwing around. It really does. So 1411 Nicollet Avenue. Let's type that in, shall we? All right. So that's Nicollet and 15th. So this is let's see, Franklin 22nd. This is blocks. Like 5 or 6 blocks from the Quality Leering Center, you guys. This is hold on, let me get rid of some of this. Hold on. Let me do this. So here we go. This is the Quality Leering Center. No, that's some Basdale address. Hold on. Let's get me over here. Okay, there we go. So here's where the Quality Leering Center was. Come on, focus on it. Right there. There we go. This is Nicolette, right? So there's 18th, 19th, 20th, which is Franklin, 21st, which is probably in the middle of here, 22nd, 23rd, which would have been in the middle of here, but doesn't exist because this is a larger street. 24th, 25th, 26th. This is where we're at right now. So the Luna Baron Kitchen, the Cheapo Records, which we've seen on the stream all day. That's all right where we're at. And then I think the shooting happened here on 27th and Nicolette. So here I can get in trouble. I don't care. Boop. Yep. Shooting happened right there. So shooting happened on 27th and Nicolette. The protest that we're looking at is right down here. About a mile from the last shooting. Yep. We don't need to hear their dumbass chanting. Again, go subscribe to BG on the Scene. BG on the Scene, hell of a guy. In the middle of the fight. Hey, somebody track down what that flag is. Somebody track down what that flag is. Black and yellow and white and red with a red V for victory sign with a circle around it. Somebody track down what that flag means. Oh boy, the meth goblins are out. The Methicans are out. The Methicans are always out, brother. There is never siesta season for the Methicans. Oh, okay, yeah. Grok. Yeah, you're right. I might could grok it. Let's go back a little bit. He gets a pretty good angle on it here in a minute. It's an American Indian flag? Huh. Oh, potentially criminals also streaming. Kick ass. Good guy. So, where are the other places everybody's hearing riots are happening in? Has anybody heard any other city besides Minneapolis going off? What's up, Uncle Bob? Good to see you. Chat, I think Clavicular's older brother got shot today. That's what it looks like to me. Am I wrong? What is happening? So, agents from several agencies, DEA, ATF, and FBI, are all being deployed to back up Homeland Security in Minneapolis following today's shooting of a 36-year-old male by agents with Border Patrol and Immigration Customs Enforcement. Sorry about that. All right, so I remember what I was doing now. Fire up the editor. We're going to make a composite shot. Man, it's weird that I have two files named Minnesota Shooting Composite that have been created within a week of each other. No, Portland and LA might kick off tonight, but nothing right now. Nothing more rural. I saw that Austin and Sacramento had stuff going on earlier in the day. Although in Sacramento, there is apparently a new theme of people finding ICE protesters alone and beating the ever-living shit out of them. I've seen reports that it's happened to like 5 or 6 people now. Okay, we got a zoomed in and slowed down some more video from Jake Steve. Thank you very much. No, that's not the same guy. So somebody just posted, hey, is this the guy? I'm pretty sure that guy had those on the other side, and I'm pretty sure his weren't letters like this guy's are. I think those are different guys. Well, isn't it weird how many guys that look just like skinheads are on the left? Isn't that? I've always found that to be very odd, personally. All right, so let's take a look at this. Somebody slowed it down some more and zoomed it in some more. Man, there is a... We have to listen, but God, that whistle slowed down is even worse than at full speed. Okay. Yeah, you can see some stuff come out this way. What are we watching for right here? I didn't see anything there. I saw some stuff up here. I wonder who got shot, because there are too many people piled around for that bullet to have gone nowhere. There are too many people piled around there for that bullet to have gone nowhere. I'm telling you right now. I haven't heard anybody was shot though, so I don't know. Yeah, DDK's wrong. That's okay. There's a bunch of people trying to say that the officer that had his that ultimately put the guy down is the one who fired the first shot. That's very wrong. You can see from the video.
They're doing too much, man.
Shock response.
People
Goes off and then fires.
You know?
So this is a much clearer video from this side. I think this is the one I'll take. Guy spots gun, goes in. I don't know that that's what's happening there. I don't know. You know what? He might be right. Look, he's digging at his waist. No, I don't know about that. I don't know, actually. He's got nothing. Look, he's got nothing in the hand that the people are claiming he had something in. What? Did he magically transfer it to his other hand instantaneously? That guy doesn't have a... I don't buy this. Comes out with a gun doesn't mean that was the gun the guy had. Like I don't buy that that's what happened there. Like the what I'm saying I don't buy is the explanations at the bottom of the screen. I'm not buying that. A garbage fire. Chat, we have our first garbage fire at the barricade. Okay, where are we now? I think this might be... Okay, Good Grocer. Okay, let me get on my map here. Black Forest. Good Dwelling, Good Grocer. Okay, so that's where the shooting happened, is in this area. Let's see what BG's saying. In front of a tobacco store. Tobacco moss. Is the cold likely to make them go home? Well, that... no. No, I don't think so. They have many hours of daylight left. In the evening, probably. It's going to get down to -11. I don't see many people sticking around, but I could be wrong. They've done it before. Hey, $1 for neurodivergent. Shout out to Jacob Castro for bringing us here. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Jacob Castro. And if you guys on Rumble haven't, if you guys are from my channel and haven't seen it already, there's the back follow channel. So give that guy a like. Whistle if you tarded. Yeah, every time. Cat just sneezed on Squish. Punk rock. Keep Minnesota punk rock, bro. Oh, here come the bucket drummers. Things are about to get insufferable.
Hey, you seen a Asian guy with a blue jacket?
So it looks to me like they must have decided they wrapped up the scene and everything's good and left, because I'm not seeing any federal presence there anymore. I'm not seeing any police presence there anymore.
Well,
The fuck was that? What am I looking at? What is this? Feels like some kind of artifact from an alien civilization. I've had enough squinch sounds, thank you. I'll turn it down low enough I can't hear the squinch, squinch, squinch of people walking anymore. Oh, Neuro streams too? Yeah, go follow Neuro too. See Chicom operatives. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of I've seen a bunch of people who I think are excellent suspects for being Chi. Oh, okay, so here's where the shooting took. No, this isn't where the shooting took place. This isn't where it happened. Why are they doing this here? Is this just more performative street theater? Like that they're not even going to pick the right place now? I mean, you said it, not me, Jake. I'm not gonna lie, some of these snowsuits are making me a little nostalgic for the 90s. Only it's weird because they're snowsuits I'm used to seeing on children, and instead they're on adults. So this is 24th. So that was between 25th and 24th that they set that little street theater up on the sidewalk there. Oh, God. That one dude's got an old Russian Cossack uniform on. I must have missed it. I need to keep a sharper eye out. There was a Cossack and I missed it. Hey, Karano. Good to see you. 78 degrees there currently. Nice. I believe that in Minneapolis right now it's negative 2. Oh, so they're now on top of the record store. They're at Cheapo Records. Alpha Charlie, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this to me. Okay, yeah. No. As you guys may know, I have a policy that we don't listen to Commie Street Rabble trying to raise shit unless there's a reason for it. No more of this garbage. See, the shooting was that way. Yeah, as he gets further into where everybody's standing and using up all the cell phone signal, he's going to have worse and worse time trying to get signal out. That's not good. Got a buffer now. Looks like there's a church down the street from where they are. Let me look at that. What is the church spire I can see in the background there? That must be the Calvary Baptist Church over on Ballasdale Avenue in 26. That's another block over. All right. So they are, so BG's like right here facing this way. And they've got all that dumpster shit piled up in the middle of the street there. Given that the feds already left and there's nowhere for these people to attack at the moment because the feds already wrapped up their investigation and took off, I'm not actually sure if this gets out of control anymore. Well, it will now depend on these guys doing something to escalate to require involvement, right? Because if they just want to take over the middle of this street and scream and yell for a couple hours, I don't think anybody's going to care. They'll probably just close off traffic around them and probably declare it like some kind of street festival like the commies usually do. But honestly, if that's the case, who cares in the long run, right? Like in the long run of what we're at, would this be acceptable in a normal environment? No. But huge event happens and the worst you get is a couple hours of them out in the middle of the street screaming themselves hoarse, looking like idiots. Worse things could happen, right? Oh, the vuvuzelas are out, chat. They've started 3D printing vuvuzelas. I want to strangle people sometimes. Again, we're so edgy. Look, all these tables and chairs from the restaurant that we don't own. The restaurant owns, and they're for sure going to have to come pick all this up. So we're kind of just being jackasses. Flip down in the middle of the street so no one can use it. Aren't we edgy, bro? Yeah, I bet those came out of one of those restaurants too. Now that I'm looking at it. There's too many chairs, tables and chairs for them to have just been outside. They misspelled Lear. You gonna Lear today. Speaking of which, for those joining, this shooting happened less than a mile, I think, maybe slightly over a mile of the Quality Leering Center. Oh yeah, good point. It is the middle of winter. You're right. Well, I don't know. Some of them look sun faded though. Some of them look like they've been outside a good while. But yeah, I bet they went and raided one of those restaurants. What's this? Oh, those are okay. Yeah, those are the riot control grenades used earlier. Swim Googles can be partially effective, by the way, because if they stay secure, that's the whole thing, though. They're not really made to stay on in the middle of a riot. But if you can cup them and get them to create an air pocket right there for your eyes, yeah, they work. Riot Tank Live. J. Circumflex. Wonder what the upcharge is for hand-pulled noodles. John, you make a great question. That's a great question, to be honest. Curious as to how the leftists think illegal aliens should be properly detained. See, in this case, it wasn't an illegal. Well, he might be an illegal alien. We don't know. Okay, so there's some language they've been using that's weasel words that let you know that he might be an illegal alien, right? But they had first wanted you to believe that immediately that the guy was an American citizen, full and upright, just exercising his rights. The guy was certainly at least a street agitator who was trying to direct traffic to drive through the middle of an enforcement operation. So at minimum, there's that. So they tried to stop him doing that. And then as they were trying to stop him do that, he assaults a federal officer. And that's when they start to try and arrest him. I think the people on top of cheaper records might be the employees. Yeah, I would say that person who says unpaid protester is actually, like, if you look at his gear, actually it's very likely he is a paid observer. Unless one of those organizations started handing those out for free. Ah, that might be it. He might be an NGO member protesting no longer being paid. That would be accurate. I wonder if this guy is live streaming. No, he's not. I wish he was, though. That'd be a good angle. Nice ammo's currency. Carano, when U.S. citizen marries an illegal, do they harbor enemy? Not really. Not unless the enemy citizen is a forsworn enemy of the U.S. Like maybe if they were a active CCP agent engaged in a mission on U.S. soil. Some groups have started handing them out for free. Okay. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried for BG right here. I get that he's done a great job of remaining undetected and just doing his thing, but I remember very distinctly a streamer being up on a streetlight like this, getting a good shot of the crowd, and then getting attacked last year and falling and hitting his head. Or not last year. This would have been 2020 era. Oh god, they've started singing, chat. Look, here's the deal. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on. Like, the singing really is a sign that they are panning. They're panning for time. They don't know what they're doing yet. They don't know what they want out of this. And they don't really have a direction to escalate, which is what they normally would be doing. If the feds were there, they'd be fighting with the feds. The feds aren't there. Hey, I didn't know Hassan was there. Look, guys, I think Hassan might be there. Activate Chad King, Frank Hessel. I don't know. He's got his Luffy flag out. That's why I'm suspecting. If you chase down the Luffy flag, I think there's a decent chance you find either Hassan or a Yemeni pirate. Either way. I'm all with you there, Squish. Raising the black on land just feels like cultural appropriation. You're not wrong. Bunch of lubbers. Yeah, there's been a bunch of rooftop sitters, depending on which business. So the one over on this side, the record store, has got like 7 or 8 people up top. I think it's probably the employees of said businesses, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I think right around now, when you're sitting out in 4-degree weather, is right about when you start questioning, hey, what the fuck are we doing here? We have a name. We have a name and a mugshot. The man fatally shot by ICE has been identified as ICU nurse Alex Jeffrey Pretty. I was able to hold in my first reaction, which was bald. But that was before I read the. Before I read it. All right, I'm looking for some other angles and looking to see what else is getting said right now. Oh, you heading out? All right, Patrick Kennedy, thanks for being here, man. Sure appreciate having you. Let out my first reaction and filtered. Shocked he doesn't have a tiny hat. Have a good one, Patrick. It's a little disturbing that these commie lefties are in healthcare. Yes, they found several places where they could figure out programs where they could slide people through. That what you'll find is that basically any area that requires credentials to work, the leftists have done this with, where they basically stack the field with all their own people, because in a field where credentials are required, it doesn't matter how good you are. You just have to have the credentials. And if you're really good but don't have the credentials, then you can't do it. It's one of the things they love. And then they just get to control how the credentials are given out, and then eventually they can turn an entire field of society, which wields all kinds of power, over to their side. It's the long march through the institutions. It's what they've been doing, and it's why we cannot let up on the gas now. Exactly correct. CYZ10, Crazy 10. You're exactly correct, Crazy 10. So you see how nobody's really doing a lot of moving there in the crowd? They're going to get colder and colder. And there's not really much happening. I don't know how this ends, but I'm suspecting at the moment that it disperses. Either that or they turn it into a march. I would not be too surprised if they tried to turn it into a march. Oh, we got more roof dwellers. One of those roof dwellers has a camera, which means somebody's got an aerial angle on this that I want. I'm kind of shocked I haven't seen any drones. Tonight will be fire? Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be awful damn cold. Like I said, they don't... The feds cleared out of there. If they were able to do their full investigation, then great. I kind of doubt they were able to do a full investigation. But, if they, in fact, did do a full investigation, cleared out, then what they've done now is they've presented them with nothing to escalate against. And so now the street commies are just yelling themselves hoarse and getting frozen in the middle of the street. Yeah. See you later, Gator. Adios, Duke Malda. You were asking where Perp's round went. I saw a video where you can see it hit the pavement. Excellent, Duke. If you can link me that. Oh, wait, you're on your way out. Shoot. Well, I'll look for that. Your license for that. I'm trying to see if I can find that other angle, chat. We'll watch this for a while just because of the threats that have been made. But again, those threats that have been made are all contingent on ICE officers being there, yeah? Andrew Bronco showed it about 30 minutes ago. Okay, I'll have to go check that out later then. Watch or check my DMs. All right. Thanks, Duke. On it. There it is. All right. I think this might be the one we saw before. Let's take a look again. Yeah, I think we saw this before. Let's see, though. Oh, okay. I see it now. I didn't see it before. I see it now. Right there. Yep. Yep. Hits the pavement. That means it was drawn. It had to. So I don't see any way that it wasn't either actively being drawn or was already drawn to be facing that direction, right? Because it's right here. So in order to be facing that way instead of that way, which is the way it naturally wants to sit, or that way, which is the way it wants to sit when it's holstered, that had to have been coming out of the holster. That also means, because we have seen this, gents, remember, it is then impossible for Mr. Gray to have the gun. Mr. Gray is already leaving. He is already leaving with what is supposedly the gun in his hand. Running, right? Here's where the shot goes off. That's where Gray starts running. And the shot goes off now. And you can see it strike the ground. And I wonder if that guy ends up having fragmentation in his leg. Yup. Yeah, no, the dude on the left right here, we can watch the longer video. He's the one who ends it, but you can very clearly see the dot that appears here. Watch that. This area right here. Okay. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to slow this down even further. Okay. So we're going to go half speed on the slowed down footage. Ready? So he sees he's got it. He draws and he's trying to get to a safe position where he's not going to shoot another ICE officer to put the guy down because he sees that the guy's drawing his weapon. And he can't shoot him from that angle because there's two guys behind him. So he starts circling around this way. Okay. Oh, we were too far. There we go. See that? His gun is facing this way right now. Okay. It takes him another couple seconds to get around and clear it. He hears a round goes off, knows that he's heard gun. So his first response is to disengage from him because he knows that other officers are going to have lethal response and he doesn't want to get shot. This is all hyper consistent with this guy's gun going off and it being that guy's gun and he being in the process of drawing it when it goes off. Boop. Did you see it? So gunshot, spare frame, round goes off. Strikes pavement. Two guns on the same side. I'm not seeing it, you guys. I'm not seeing it. I think that other guy comes away with something in his hand. I don't know if it's a gun. T-Rex Travels, I think we just did. I can do it one more time. Sure. Hold on. Let me grab the non-slowed down video. So where's that regular speed footage? Okay, here we go. No, this isn't the angle I wanted. Hold on. Let me grab that good angle. Fire being lit. Yeah, dumpster fire's up and running as of an hour ago. Let's see. Sorry, I got to scroll back through my mention feed till I find the right one. Is that it? No, that's not it. Here it is. So here's the far angle. So here's what's going on. You have two protesters that are in the street. Okay, so first off, you have ICE conducting an immigration enforcement operation, probably at this business, this smoke shop. Okay, or at least at the location of this business. Maybe it's just a person who happened to be there at the smoke shop. Maybe it was somebody on the street outside. I don't know. But you have ICE conducting an operation. You have these two activists standing in the middle of the street directing traffic to go through the middle of their operation, even though ICE is already in the street trying to stop people from going through their operation. So ICE pushes these two people pushes her out of the street, and he white knights and tries to get involved. Okay. He gets immediately pepper sprayed and then pushed back towards the vehicle. This is the third protester, by the way, who's trying to help her get up the snowbank. Okay. So the ICE agents are getting around and getting him involved. He turns and pushes an ICE agent. Hold on, let me go back. Right here. See there when he pushes an ICE agent? That is assault. That is assault on an ICE agent. And after this, he's under arrest, which is why they're pepper spraying him. Right? So they're trying to get her away and him separated from her because he's getting arrested. Right? So there's ICE. Everyone is slipping all around. They help her get up out of the way while he is being arrested. Now, here's the important part to watch. This guy finishes helping Graycoat here, turns and sees that he's reaching for a gun, probably right around here. He sees the gun and then responds. So he draws his weapon and he sees that he can't currently get a shot off on the suspect who's reaching for a gun because other officers are in the way. So he circles around and pushes people off while saying gun, gun, gun. That's when the shot goes off. We're going to go back here a second. Beep. Watch right here. You can see the bullet hit the pavement. Well, not you can, but we need the slowed down one to see it a little better. So he shoots. Everybody jumps back. And then he gets shot by the officers who saw he was reaching for a gun. It's pretty open and shut. Or, hey, third option here, Graycoat might have been an undercover and had his own gun. You never know. Or, third option, Graycoat could have been another agitator who was also armed and had a gun. I don't think that's likely, but could be. Selren, given all the work we've been having to do, I will say that this is far less cut and dry. See, I think it's way more cut and dry. I think the good shooting, I think the good shooting had way more that had to be explained about it than this. Yeah, so this was 12 minutes ago, looks like, from another BG on the scene. So they're rolling those trash can barricades up and setting them on fire. These are Stadies, by the way. These aren't feds. It's going to be sheriff's department and various different state departments. They're throwing, if you see, they're throwing the CS gas back on them, but these guys have masks that are literally designed for that. So, oh boy. Ah, the smell of the city. You know what? I saw somebody earlier make a Discworld reference that I missed, and I'm going to go all the way back through until I see it. Ah, we need CMOT Dibbler set up and selling questionable hot chocolate. Agreed. What's my favorite Discworld storyline series? Boy, that's tough, but probably Sam Vimes if I had to just pick one. The entire, all the way from guards up through the end. Although close, very close second is all the Moist von Lipvik novels. There's 3 of them, I think. 2 where he's the main character, and the 3rd that he's in it and is prominent. Shame, shame on you, stopping us from burning streets. Shame on you, stopping us from stopping the enforcement of federal law. Oh, man. Looks like an agent in Minneapolis had part of their finger bitten off by a rioter. He's probably going to lose the finger. Just... We got a 3rd angle on this. Let's see. When they say that's an empty hand, I'm not actually 100% sure that is an empty hand. Okay. No, we got a different angle on it. It is. What's he reaching for? So he's reaching for the knee, though, guys. Oh, that wasn't paused. I thought I paused it. So he's starting to go for the waist and jacket area. Here's the deal, though. We just saw the lineup to where it does not make sense either from a chronological time. Maybe he had to. Who knows? So look. In fact, you can hear it in this. He must have had 2, but on the same side. You can hear the gun go off while it's facing the other direction. It doesn't make sense for anybody else's gun to have gone off. This officer's gun is facing down and out when it goes off. This officer has both hands on the rioter. There's no one else that could have had a gun there. Plus, we see where the bullet went in the other slowed down footage. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I think I agree, though. That is the gun with the EOTech on it. So I wonder if that guy got arrested or if maybe this guy is an undercover. And also, whose gun went off then? Because again, there's the supposed, like, this is the gun. And a gun goes off from about right here and hits the pavement right about here. See? And yeah, I was right. He does. He's got both hands near his core when all this goes down. He's obviously like in his jacket trying to get to something. It's way more clear from this angle than it was. I thought he was on all fours, but no, he's folded over in half and he's got both arms wrapped in towards his core. Yeah, this is pretty weird. Yeah, 48-hour rules for CFC. I just comment on shit that I see. This is just live. Hey, I'm telling you what I think I see. And yeah, I think that if we go back further, that does look exactly like the gun as it was described. Where there's like a frame where you can see it pretty clearly. Although I don't know why they chose that frame. I think it was here. So that's pretty clearly the gun as described, including the sight, and you can see the colored grip. He's printing too. At least that's what I think I'm seeing. Is that okay? I think that's what I'm seeing there. I think he's also printing there in the back. Yeah, I'm almost positive that's what I'm seeing. He's printing on both sides. Oh, we have yet another angle. Man, there were a lot of cameras out. Here's the thing, though. That does not match the color of that. Although it could be a camera. It could just be a camera issue. But the problem is that that does match the color of that. See that? Huh. So when that first shot was fired, this is the agent who's got his gun out right here. And the bullet goes over here. He would have had to have shot through a bunch of people to get it there. I don't think that's where the shot came from. I think the shot came from... See, it's right as he's starting to sit up, too. I think basically he's pulling one out and shooting forward. He might have had two. Here she's live. Oh my goodness. My arm is live. All right, let's see what the street cameras are doing at the moment. Oh my good Lord. Are you kidding me? Here's a list. There are so many businesses that are listed at the business that was the shooting occurred at today. So check this out. Okay. Here's how many businesses are registered to that single address. There's the Smart Therapy Center LLC, the New American Development Center, the United Wellness Center, the African American Family Center, the Millennium Health Center, the Bloom Home Center, the Global Interpreting Innovations. The building is only 1,100 square foot. How many of these are taking federal dollars and are shell businesses for perpetrating fraud? No wonder ICE was there. Stoli, you are hearing me, but here's the other problem there, though. The SIG is the one that is getting carried away by Gray Man. So we don't know what gun fired the first shot because the SIG is getting carried away by Gray Man. Unless he bought 2 SIGs. 2 P320s. That'd be a hell of a first purchase, eh? I'm sure somebody's already figured this out, but we need to figure out who Gray Man is. I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. I don't want to wear myself out. And I'm not sure anything's going to happen right now. There's just a lot of dumb walking and chanting and dumb bullshit happening at the moment. I'll keep my eyes out. You'll keep your eyes out. If I see rioting, genuine rioting happening later, we will bust back on and we'll go live. But until that time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep scouring the web, and I have a shit ton of shipping to do. Many of you who are out there in the audience have packages that will be getting shipping numbers today, I hope. And we love you all very much. Stick around. Like I said, if I see rioting happen, I'll do this again today. But I think maybe we went live a little after the feds decided to disengage, and because of that, I don't really know what's going to happen now. I think mostly it's going to get cold and people are going to decide to go home. So, all right, guys, talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.